What do you do when you sell your captain and your vice captain in the same transfer window? This is how you get the new leaders in the team, keep the dynamics good, and don't lose any sort of managerial support. Still a great dressing room atmosphere, boys and girls. All you need to do, keep those three key players happy. And it has turned out to be Forgax instead of Sibley by the end of the season, but they're all happy, so no complaints here. Since last time we saw each other, we're simulated to the end of the season. But of course, I'm going to tell you the transfers that we made after we finished seeing each other last time. I believe Stamenic, the January transfer ones are the ones you haven't seen. Stamenic confirmed left the club for £3.8 million. Yari left the club for £3 million. And Yarrick, who got a face because I updated my face pack, has left the club for £6 million. I was happy to keep him around, but £6 million felt like a pretty good fee for someone that wasn't starting every single week. So cashed in on him. Did manage to make some signings though. In the January transfer window, no, we didn't make any. I thought we did. We didn't. We made a lot ready for next season. Like quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I guess I'll go over them next season. That's why I thought we made signs. Turns out we didn't. But the league, it's gone pretty well again. We're one win away from winning the league, and we have dominated. We only lost that one very early game against MTK, which was very frustrating after the Man City game that we saw on camera. In terms of the Champions League, we did well. We beat teams we'd expect to beat, but again, didn't really beat anyone we were surprised to beat. PSG 2-1 was a good result. Dortmund 1-0 was a good result too. But then when we came up against Atletico Madrid, a 2-2 draw and then a 1-0 loss in the away leg with a 93rd minute concession of a goal knocked us out. And we didn't go any further than we did last season. In fact, we didn't quite go as far as we did last season because we went into the same spot as last season. So still trying to get past that first knockout stage or get into the top 8 to get right up the top and get qualified for that round of 16, I believe it is. So 18th place, it is what it is. Not the best performance ever, but the teams are just so much further ahead than us right now. But we are versing ZTE to try and win the league this season. Owani has come back from loan, by the way, because he was upset during it. I think everyone else stayed out on loan. Marquez is looking like he's going to leave. Actually, he is going to leave for £2 million. But Calvert-Lewin it has not been a start of the season. I want to clarify that. But he just started the last game because, honestly, Martinez has been annoying me. He started the season great, got an injury, and then suddenly has not been playing well at all. Sorry, that's Matondo. So I played him out for the last game, and then he ended up coming on after 36 minutes as a cam because we got an injury. But Calvert-Lewin got a hat-trick while starting. So to end the season, Calvert-Lewin's going to start here. We're also going to pay Laszlo on the right-hand side, who's been an okay signing, not quite been as good as I thought. He's not got as much potential as I would have liked. Maybe one to cash in on eventually. Martinez has continued to be good. Agyemang has been amazing. 12 goals, 5 assists. Just unfortunately doesn't have a lot of potential, but I think he's going to continue to be a starter at least next season. Kramer was a great signing. He is a world-class player that is only going to get better and better, so very happy to have brought him in. Then we have... Actually, no, I did make signings. You don't know about Toma. I'm sure I didn't tell you about Toma, boys and girls. Hold on. Toma? Where's Toma? Did I sign Toma way earlier? Or maybe I did tell you about Toma. I thought I didn't tell you about Toma. I must have told you about Toma. Because I definitely told you about... I'm certain I told you about Mancini and Bauer and the South African. Okay, ignore that. Act like I didn't start talking. He's been world-class. The South African's turned out to be a great starting player too. He's played as that deep-line playmaker and done really well since starting. He started whinging. So I played him, and he's been playing better than Largo, who also was a great signing, by the way. But... The South African, even better. Mancini's been alright. He's not been world class, but he's not been bad. I do prefer more attacking minded left backs, but he's defensively solid. O'Brien, incredible. He should win player of the season. 9 goals from centre back is crazy. He has been great. And Below has just come back into the starting lineup, but Au Petit, I think, is the best signing I've made to date. £975,000, so £1 million, for this absolutely world-class centre-back already. 18 years of age, I think he is actually going to become one of the best in the world. just seem to be a little bit more shaky with him in drawing a few games I don't think we should have drawn whenever he starts. So I have brought Below back in. Pochettino, we managed to keep around, and he is continuing to look awesome. Although his potential hasn't skyrocketed to where we would like it to have skyrocketed, I still think he is going to be a nailed-on right back for some years to come. Roberts continues to be solid. Kovacs has lost a bit of potential, so only 4-star now, unfortunately. Same with Nabil, right back. Bauer, that's the left back, he kicked up a fuss as well. Played okay when we brought him on, but not a starter. I don't think he's going to be. Largo's been alright, as I said before. Toma's been alright. Great potential again, so I like what he brings to the table. Forgax has finally lost most of his potential. It did go down to 3-star locked in at one point, but he got it back for a second, and he's played well when he has played. 8 goals and 3 assists, but I don't know. I feel like other people have been playing better, even though that is quite good stats. I don't know. Cole Will has continued to play pretty well when he plays as well. 12 assists and 3 goals, and new face that it looks very different to his old face, and it bothers me a wee bit, but it is what it is. Zach Galletti has been good when he's come on as well, but not anything incredible. Continuing to develop and continuing to become a good player. No, I did make signings. No, I'm certain I made a signing that you don't know about. Where are my signings? No, this is annoying me now. It's not ordered by date. It's not ordered by date. That's why. I knew I made a signing that you guys didn't know about. Why was it not ordered by date? I knew I made signings. I made loads of signings. You did not know who Toma was. Okay. Toma, central midfielder that we brought in. Great potential. 17 vision, £4.2 million. Might have overpaid a little bit, but got great potential. I think he's a great rotation option for central midfield and CDM. I knew it. We brought in a young goalkeeper. He's fine, he's just a rotation option. But the one that I really, really wanted to tell you about was Esteval Williams, who is, of course, a player that in real life has signed for Chelsea. And he's come and he's done okay. 2 goals, 1 assist. 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. It was 4.5-star when he signed, but I just have a feeling that this guy is going to be good for the long term. 15 finishing, 16 dribbling, 13 pace would be great to go up, 17 flair. I don't know, I just have a feeling. I think his potential is actually quite high, even though they're not saying that it's crucially high. I think he has a high potential. He got signed by Chelsea for £38 million. He's at us for 6.5. Not a crazy high wage either. I really like him, and I think he's going to be a great player for us in the future. So keep an eye out for Esteval. Boys and girls, I knew there was someone on that side. Matondo's not been as crucial anymore, but when he has played, he has actually played quite well, to be fair. 4 goals, 4 assists, so no complaints. We rotate a lot in this team. Esteval's injured right now, unfortunately. Sibley's completely lost his place. He's just coming off the bench and on rotation. He's fine, but I think I'll look to sell him at the end of next season. And then the youngsters all have sort of plummeted. Even this youngster that I brought in, the Serbian dude, not that great. Horvath, who we loved at one point, not that great either. It just shows that our team is improving, and the youngsters obviously aren't improving along with it in terms of their potential. When they were 5-star potential, that is now what we would consider a 4-star potential or a 3.5-star potential. So it is what it is. It just meant that at the time, you don't know if you've got a 5-star potential and beyond 5-star potential, or a 5-star potential that's going to turn into a 4-star potential, if you know what I mean, because our team wasn't of that quality. Now I feel like it is of that quality, where when we do have 5-star potentials, like our South African man, like Petit as the centre-back, it's actually a 5-star potential, but we probably committed a bit too much time in players like Oani and Falusi and Kovacs, because at the time thought they might be 5-star potentials. We have conceded, though. That is probably what we need to talk about. I don't know how that's happened. We have our best 11 on. I feel very confident in this team, and it's not even Petit, but Robert has just completely dived the wrong way. Let's hope that is not a sign of things to come in this game and is just a bit of a blip. We are good at conceding goals. It's probably due to the fact that I still play with a Mazzala on attacking role next to a deep line playmaker on defence. I just don't think it gives us as much defensive solidity as we could, but it does mean that Mazzala gets lots of opportunities. Potentially next year, I'll look to change it, maybe to a box-to-box, maybe to an advanced playmaker on support, But I'm not changing it right at the end of the season, obviously. Laszlo's putting the ball in. Is Calvert-Lewin going to score another hat-trick? I mean, I feel like you can't take him off after that. And Martinez, after coming on off the bench at Cam is not where he's been playing. It is, in my opinion, actually what he's textbook best at. But we are stacked for Cam options with Forgux and Agyemang. So he's not our Cam, he's our striker. But in this situation, it makes sense to continue playing Calvert-Lewin after that and play Martinez with him. Play in the Cam role, score the goals. Maybe I should be finding a way to get him into Cam. He's not an out-and-out striker. He doesn't score goals left, right and centre. He's got good vision. He's got good passing. The focus for me all throughout the summer and all throughout the season and throughout the end season that's coming up is a striker. I know that we've needed an out-and-out striker since we sold Etete, and to be honest, I do completely regret selling Etete. I don't know why. Well, I know why I did it. It was £8 million, and I thought at the time we could reinvest that better than, just keeping him as Calvert-Lewin, though. Striker, 2-1. This is good. Could be winning the league. I mean, I think we're going to win the league regardless. I'm more just rambling, to be honest. But since we sold Etete, it's been hard to get that player that consistently scores goals. Etete was scoring 1 goal every single game. That is just so good to have. And aside from Calvert-Lewin, the last 2 games, we haven't had that from Martinez. We haven't had that from anyone that we've brought on as we concede again. What is going on with our defence in this game? Normally we are a lot more solid, but this does occasionally happen. 2 shots, 2 goals. No, it's 6 shots. We're actually getting kind of, bossed around a wee bit here. 6 shots to our 3, 47% possession. I mean, they're down in 9th place, boys. This should be an easy win, really. I expected this to be the homecoming, 1 game being shown on camera, quick win of the league. I think if we draw it, we also win the league, by the way. But still, I'd like to show you a win, because you don't get to see many games. Yeah, because if Ferencváros get... No, actually, we need to win. Well, that's annoying. I'm going to hope that we win this game so that I don't have to show you the next game. We win the league all the time, by the way. 2 years on the trot. 3 years in a second. Oh my gosh. Why am I talking like that? Boys and girls, I need to stop talking about stuff that is random and stuff that is happening in the league throughout the league campaign and stuff that is irrelevant and just being confident that we're going to win the league and actually win the league. This has been horrific. I mean, is Calvert-Lewin quickly being taken? I mean, he scored a goal. What am I... Why would I punish him? Okay, let's get Largo on. Largo. I don't know. Let's get Mancini off and bring on Bauer. Let's just do that to start with and see if it shores us off up in the midfield. Maybe I should move him into the advanced playmaker. I am. Advanced playmaker, support. Get more solidity in the midfield. I was just saying it needs to happen. No time like the present. Let's give it a crack now. They are on the ball again. I don't think it's a real highlight, but I dislike it either way. Heading it over the bar. That's another shot for them. 3 minutes into the second half, I would have thought that my team talk would have fired them up, made them feel like they need to buck up their ideas and actually do something. But only one more shot in the second half. Okay, another one's come. Hopefully that is a sign of things to come as we go into the 60th minute, and we need to score a goal. Robert's on the ball. Plays it forward, and it does find Pochettino in that right back spot. Goes all the way back to Robert. Robert's trying to find someone. He eventually goes long. I mean, it's found absolutely no one, but I back us to win the ball back, and I back this to be our highlight. As their goalkeeper now, I imagine, is going to thump it long. He does. And we're going to win the knockdown. Bauer heads it to no one. They have it in the right position for them, not the right position for us. Pochettino gets past. If we concede again, I'm going to be very upset. We've conceded again. I've literally just shown you like a full year of losing once, and now I've come back, played my best team from what I thought based upon form, the way we've been playing recently, and we're just getting absolutely torn apart by a team that is down in, what was it, 9th? I can't even remember. That's how insignificant they are in terms of the table. Okay, let's get Matondo on, because he's often a bit of a star man coming off the bench. We'll get Laszlo out onto that right hand side. Martinez into the striker spot. Forgux at Cam. Agyemang has come off, even though he's quite a good player this season. He's not playing his best game now. I probably should have actually kept him on, took Laszlo off, because I find in games like this, he does absolutely nothing. But we need to go attacking. We need something. I need that Mazzala on attacking back again. This is a shambolic way to end the season, boys and girls. I do not want to have to show you another game. I don't think I will. I'm just going to hope that we win it. But it's going to be the title decider. I don't like that at all. That is stupid, silly. Why on earth do I need to... Oh my gosh. What is happening here? This just doesn't happen. Honestly, it has not happened all year. But just out of nowhere, a 7th place side is now just slapping us up. 5-2. I'm blaming Calvert-Lewin. Well, Robert's having a shocker in between the sticks, but I'm blaming Calvert-Lewin. I reckon it's him. It's the striker. We need a striker. Largo on the ball, shoots at the goalkeeper. It's over. We're not winning this game. All I can hope is actually Ferenc Puskás drop points in their game, and then that means we win the league without having to even show you the last game, because I don't want to have to show you the last game, but I'm starting to think maybe I should show you the last game. But we've won the league twice already. Do you even really care? You don't really care. You don't really care, do you? You're actually probably enjoying this a bit more, because it's seeing a bit of emotion, a bit of pain for me. But it's a little bit more entertaining than just watching us slap up the league and do nothing in the Champions League every year. Colwell will come on for the last few minutes, but I feel like the chance is gone. The opportunity's dead. Even if we get a goal here, it's just a consolation. It'd be nice to see. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I think goal difference might be coming into the equation if we're not careful soon. But it is them on the ball. We can't concede again. We cannot concede again with Below and O'Brien at our centre backs. There's no way we can concede again. Here is O'Brien on the ball, plays it into Largo into Colwell into Bauer back into O'Brien. And we're passing the ball around nicely here. This is good. Largo moves it into Kramer. Kramer trying to find some space. It gets into... Oh, that is nice. Oh, that is lovely. Why could we not have whipped that out? Maybe like 40 minutes ago before we went 5-2 down. Horrific game. Shocking stuff. Well, will Ferenc Puskás win? Probably, actually, because they don't really lose. That was horrific. That was terrible. I feel like I need more synonyms for terrible and bad, because I've just torn through as many as I possibly can. I really hope that they lose their game now. Europa League place, yeah, we haven't won the league, have we? No, we've not won the league. Mathematically, it's going to go down to the last day of the season. We should still win it, because we are versing, oh my gosh, we're versing MTK, the team that we lost. I don't think I can not show you this. And Ferenc Puskás won 4-0. In fact, I think their goal difference is higher than... No, it's not. Don't be silly. We could draw the game and we'd be fine. I mean... Nah, this video is going to be too long. No. Oh. I'm showing you the game. Okay, we're back to basics. Martini is up top. Aguimang there. Colwell and Matondo starting. They're the boys. They'll do the job. Al Petit is back in as well after what was a terrible defensive display from Below and O'Brien. And O'Brien is just too good from corners to not be having on the pitch. All we need is a draw. I don't know why this has become stressful. This should be the simplest win of the league ever. We had 2 games and we never lose. And if we lose 2 in a row, we don't win the league, which would be horrific. There's no way Ferenc Puskás are losing in this situation. We just have to make sure that we don't lose as well. 2 shots already. 10 minutes gone. 80% possession. Those are all things that I like to see. And Ferenc Puskás are on top. How are they on top? I thought it was physically impossible for them to go on top if it was the same on goal difference. Does this not go to goal difference? Does it go to points against? That feels like something I should know. Points against. Please don't. I'm sorry. Score line. How does it work? So in the oh, for goodness sake, it's not really. Where is it? Games won. Games won. It's going to games won, and currently Ferenc Puskás would be on 26, and we would be on 25. Games won. Games won. What is this? That's just. You'd think head to head if not goal difference, but games won. Well, it looks like we need to win this game then. Okay, we're on the ball. Mancini picks it up into Largo. Largo plays it into Aguimang. Now we need to score, boys. Martinez trying to get onto the end of that, but can't. Bear in mind, this is the team that we lost to. The one team before last game that we have lost to. So, but at home, we should be able to get it done. But they are third place. Matondo has it. Plays it into Kramer. Kramer trying to find a man in the mixer. Ends up just playing it back, I assume. Yes, into Pochettino. Kramer back into Lago. Go for the shot. It does, and it comes into the top corner. And I feel a lot more zen suddenly, boys and girls. A lot more zen. It is 1-0. We're probably going to win the league now. Thank goodness. Who have ever seen, I think, a pretty bad side? A side down in 10th place, not fighting for anything, already through to the next round. We're currently winning the league. That's what we like to see. Pochettino heads it out as well, and this is going to be another counter-attacking opportunity for us as Aguiman puts it into Matondo. Matondo should have been starting more games, clearly. Down the wing, into Martinez. Puts it, well, not straight at the goalkeeper, to be fair. It's quite a good save by the goalkeeper, but, generally in the area where the goalkeeper should be saving it. I think for me, it has been more about youth development throughout the season. Again, potentially Matondo is going to put out better performances than Laszlo, but Laszlo has more potential. Potentially Colwell will be putting in more performances than, I can't remember the name of him, the Brazilian guy. We've just conceded. Rexo, stop talking about random things. It's clearly not a good technique. If this is onside... Okay, back to the game. I'm not going to talk about literally anything apart from the game right now. That's their one shot, by the way, with a 0.01 XG. I'd just like that to be formally known. That is statistically incredibly improbable. Currently at halftime, we are not winning the league. And I'm being hasty. This is a team that I back. These are boys that do the job week in, week out. But unfortunately not doing the job this week. Okay, 4 shots. 2 shots to them. It's more our shots that I'm worried about. There we go. It's going up to 6. Highlights are what we need to see. I don't want to see the screen blank up. Give me a high. There we go. See, Football Manager. When I focus, they appreciate it and they show me something, but it doesn't look like it's going to be to us. Robert is not concerned at all because that one's just blasted miles past him. That is an opportunity for them. Don't know if you can really call that an opportunity. That was quite well. They did score a 0.01 XG before, and Martinez has picked up an injury. Well, Calvert-Lewin's the man to save the day. Colwell's playing terrible, so he's coming off too. 4 Gucks with a very he was injured for a long time, by the way. That's why his ratings like that. Okay, let's go 4 Gucks in there. Laszlo over there. Got 2 wingers. I can always bring on Galati if I want to bring on an inside forward to give us a bit more of a narrow attacking threat. We've got 15 minutes. I'm not really panicking like it's 15 minutes, but we have 15 minutes. Okay, slightly shorter. And then we'll go attacking as well. And I will berate them. Oh, don't berate. Okay, it didn't. Oh, good. It didn't process. Highlight for us. Highlights for them. Highlight for us. Mancini and Lago nearly getting into each other's way there, but didn't quite. Matondo's offside. I'm not even getting excited. He's miles off. Calvert-Lewin, super sub, but nothing to speak of there. I'm not even entertaining it. He's miles off. We'll bring the right back on. And Aguiman is coming off. Do I bring on... every morsel of me wants to bring on Ioane. Galati is definitely the player to bring on, though. It is the league, Rexo. It's a lot of money because also, if we don't win the league, you don't get that very easy qualification into the Champions League. All you have to do is win 1 game. You have like a whole process to go through. See, I told you it was offside. I wasn't even getting excited. So, as much as I want to bring on Ioane and see him score to win the league, I just don't think it's the intelligent decision. I like coming our way. It is 4 Gucks winning the header into Matondo. Matondo gets into Laszlo, who does hold on to it. I think Calvert-Lewin's onside here. Yes! Calvert-Lewin. It's going to be checked, but I think he's on. This time I am getting excited. In the 85th minute, he's done it. Okay, back to positive. Skip the replay, because I just don't want the stress of it. Thank you very much. 87 minutes gone. 88 minutes gone. 89 minutes gone. Now I'm asking for 0 highlights. Thank you very much. To keep us on top, to keep us winning the league, to keep the 3P alive. No more highlights for 1 minute, please. Just simulate through. We've won the league. There we go. That was way more stressful than it needed to be. And it doesn't even give us a trophy celebration at the end. Did they give it to Ferenc Puskás? Did they think that they were going to take it out. Like the 70th minute, they were like, okay, they haven't got it in them this year, boys. They're going to lose. Let's take it over to Ferenc. No, we've managed to do it. Thank you very much. We've won the league. And, yeah. It was never in doubt, was it? In the season awards. Aguiman with the most man of the match awards. I mean, I guess that one's kind of cool. Goalkeeper of the season, Robert, is in 3rd place. But we do have some people in the best 11. Pochettino, O'Brien, Kramer, and Martinez get into there. But we don't get the player of the year. O'Brien comes 3rd, which I feel is a bit harsh. 7.22 average rating from centre-back and 9 goals is a very good record. But I guess this man did come in, play 20 games, and get 13 goals and 2 assists. That's not bad, to be fair. Martinez is the top goal scorer, though. I didn't know that. 16 goals. See, again, I've said this before. I'll say it again. That is the kind of league that we're in. It's not hard to be the top goal scorer. If you're a good striker, you just need to get more than 16. That's not crazy. Forgax does not win the Young Player of the Season. It's this man who you should keep an eye out for just an unknown reason. I don't think I deserved Manager of the Season this year. I think it should have been the MTK one because he did awesome to beat us and also to just come 3rd after, well, I assume they were in and around 3rd previous years. No, 8th. He should have been it. End of season review. Won the league, as we saw. I skipped the front page for some reason. Calvert-Lewin? Nah, he's not the signing of the season. Who is it? Laszlo. That is just not who I would have picked. Petit, probably. Well, that's actually just because I more know his potential. Mancini, maybe? Anyone, but Aguiman, 100%. 16 goals, 10 assists. Laszlo, really? Stupid choice. Anyway, we'll move on. Oh, the cup. Ferenc again. Oh, and other things that happened this season. Forgot to tell you. Something interesting. Oh, I have to click on like Calvert-Lewin. Okay. The Hungarian player, the Hungarian managerial job. I've been keeping an eye out for years. It has finally opened up. Where's a Hungarian player that I can click on? Below. Finally opened up. I applied, but instead they hired this guy, another Italian guy. By the way, the last Italian guy, Rossi, retired, but he was coming 18th with Palermo, who have now been relegated. And you're telling me you don't want to sign the person who's literally bringing up Hungarian football, taking them to the European competitions, taking them to the top of the Hungarian division. I failed to believe how they would pick this dude with 3-star reputation, by the way, over me, 4-star potential, and I'm wanted by Bayern, but not good enough for Hungary. I'm not going to Bayern, obviously. I love this club. The whole point of the save is to build up this club. But come on, like that's stupid. That is dumb. And I got a new contract for a bunch of years, by the way, which is very tasty. And then something else interesting happened that I can't remember, but it was something that I want to talk to you about. I think it was the cup. I think it was the cup. They got really upset about the cup. I should have probably won the cup. Oh, now I can't get back into season review. There we go. Season review. Moments to remember. 7-0 win against Bohemians. Yeah, that was cool. Finances, not as good. We should be going up in reputation, really. 3.5-star feels fair. Not a lot less in terms of, except for broadcast revenue. Okay, not a lot less in terms of, I remember what I wanted to tell you. I'll tell you afterwards. Don't let me forget finances. I'm going to talk about finances. Best 11, probably fair. Esteval, that's quite generous to give them one after only coming in January. Colwell, maybe. Laszlo, yeah, talent. By the way, actually, yeah, Laszlo, signing the season, not in this team. And also, it would definitely be Mancini for me instead of Bauer. Apart from that, probably about right. And Pochettino, actually. And Pochettino. Definitely Pochettino. Apart from that, about right. Player of the year, O'Brien. No surprises there. Young player of the season, Aguiman. But signing of the season is Laszlo. Because that makes sense. Because they're both signings and they're both young. So it's stupid. Stupid decision. And then other cool stuff, I guess. Did we get anyone into the best 11? Any updates? O'Brien is now on the bench. He should be in the starting 11. No, probably not, actually. Suzala, who has a face now, by the way. Didn't know he looked like that. That is interesting to me. And Kramer, probably fair. Sibley coming into left back. That's cool. Never played there, but he can play left back, so I guess nice to see him appreciated. Pereiro is counting down the days, and so is Nunez, because Pereiro really only had one good season, really. He played... Oh, no, he had 2. He did have 2, to be fair. Finances, last thing, and then we'll leave. £36 million, £30 million worth of transfer budget. And throughout the season, they kept boosting it. Like, halfway through the year, I used all my money, and they were like, bang, here's 15 mil. And I think that's why we've got 15 mil on top, so now it's 30. But that's how we've been able to spend so much money, and, of course, we did bring in a lot. But at the end of the last season, we spent a lot of money too. So, plenty of money to spend next season. Next year's our year. And Champions League coming through. Anything else interesting? Nah. Alright, I'll see you next time. Very long video, sorry. But before I tell you how to keep your dynamics good, get the new team leaders, these are the signings and sales we did last season. £16 million worth of transfer budgets to start the year off, and we certainly have spent it, as you can see. Well, actually, that was last season. This season, it's about broken even. But I swear we made signings at the end of last year. I'm pretty sure we did. You already know about Solar. You already know about Marinovic. So this is where we started. Zach Galletti. Of course, I love a New Zealander. I am a New Zealander. I'm going to be biased. But I think this £3.3 million signing is a good one. I'd like his potential to be a little bit higher, but his stats are already really good, and he's already played a good amount of games, scoring a goal for us, lots of goals for his international team. I think this Zach Galletti is going to be a good signing, and at 18 years of age can become homegrown at club, which you love to see. The next player that we managed to bring in was another cheapish signing, £1.4 million. Oh my gosh, remember when £1.4 million was a lot of money for us? Largo comes in as a Colombian player who is looking like the best of our central midfielders now. If we compare him to Stamenic, who has currently been our central midfielder in that deep line playmaker role, he's a touch better in some areas, but I do just like the 21 years of age and a little bit of potential to improve. I mean, they are about the same, to be honest. Stamenic is arguably better in some ways, but Largo has ended up being the starter for us because he's been playing well. By the way, I've simulated a lot, by the way. We're winning the league, the Champions League we're doing well in, and we're going to verse Manchester City in this game, so stick around for that. The next player that we managed to bring in was another youngster by the name of Kremar, who looks like the best signing I've made in a while. He was expensive, £6 million, and could eventually rise to 7.25. Not the most expensive signing we made in this window, but probably the best. 3-star current ability, 5-star potential, and 5-star potential these days for us really means something. As our man... Forgax doesn't even have potential anymore. Used to have 5-star potential. Youngsters like Owani, who is now out on loan, by the way, 3-star potential. Used to have 5-star potential. So 5-star potential in a signing really means they're going to become a good player. So fingers crossed Kremar does exactly that. Already done okay in the league with 3 assists. Going to be a starting player in that Mazzala role, taking that Sibley spot that he has lost from a poor performance last season. Next up, another youngster, Laszlo, 21 years of age, £2.9 million, a much better fee there, and 3.5-star current ability. Trying to train him to be the winger. I think that 16 pace on that left wing will be real good, but right now he's playing right wing as a left footer. I don't quite like it, but I think it will work for the time being until he learns that new role. 16 pace, I think, is just absolutely a winger spot. Yes, my cat was just getting attacked, so hopefully you didn't hear that too bad. But the Mazzala is just not for him, I don't think. So, yeah, retraining him. He's playing okay. A goal and 2 assists in the Champions League. Then... this season, we made a lot more deals, starting with the sales. We got some people out on free transfers on Owani, out on loan, as you've already seen. Ochia has left the club because he was kicking up too much of a fuss and it annoyed me. Made a small profit on him, but I also just didn't think he was actually that good. So happy to be rid of him, happy to get some money. Next up was Kramer, who was in the club for quite some time, really liked him, but unfortunately has left for £3 million because he's just not a starting centre-back for us anymore. So I thought cash in while we have the opportunity. Rabolo has also left for £2.5 million. I did tell you that at the end of last season, but a good wee fee to come in. Bowen's left for £2 million. Again, wasn't going to be starting, not even really much of a key rotation player, so £2 million I'll take. Adam, I'm very sad to see this man go, but he just wasn't going to have any minutes. I think he is the last of the originals, and he's officially left the club, unless there's still some youngster knocking around in the youth academy that I didn't see. Adam, last of the originals, sad to see him go. Bano Sabal, again, just not going to get game time, so cashed in 500k. It's not a lot, every little bit counts. Marinkovic, who we brought in last season, out on loan. Probably going to hope to sell him for not too much of a loss, as we brought him in for 1 mil. Yeah, to be honest, I think that was kind of a mistake. But at the time, we needed another striker, and he fit the bill. Another youngster left the club for £140,000. We brought him in on a free, so no complaints about that. Another youngster out on loan. Okeke, sad to see him go, but for £1.4 million, I think it's a pretty okay fee. Probably could have gotten a bit more a few years ago, but he certainly was not going to be playing much games. And last season, you can see, he played 21 games, down from 31, and so many of them were off the bench. 12 starts, 9 off the bench. Okay, sad to see you go, but had to be done. Listes, after a good season last year, £2.1 million. I wasn't going to say no to with the new signings we brought in. I just didn't think he was going to get as many minutes. So sad to see him go, but on to bigger and better things. Felucia's gone out on loan as well, still with a 3.5-star current ability though, and 2 other youngsters out on loan. Signing, £7 million you've been looking at for a while. Severo Mancini, I believe is how it's said. It was a bold move, I will admit. £7 million for a left back who, to be honest, I actually don't even think is crazy good statistically. But the potential did get me. 4.5 star, was originally 5. It's literally just moved down to 4.5. But he has been injured, so he hasn't made his debut. Hoping to make it very soon. In fact, it could be this game. No, he's failed his fitness test still. I think the fact that he was at RB Leipzig and played in the Serie A gives me a bit of hope that he's going to turn into something very good. Not 100% certain though. £7 million though, it is a big fee for us and a huge wage. The biggest wage in our club by quite a distance now, with one of our other new signings just behind him by £14,000. Yeah, he's getting paid quite a lot more. So fingers crossed he comes right. It's all right. It's all right. Willie Orban has come in mainly to solve the problem of the captaincy. I'll explain that when I get to it, but he comes in as a good central midfielder, a Hungarian legend, so happy to bring Orban to the club, no complaints there. A reserve goalkeeper, 35 years of age, but he's just come in from Real Madrid. Doesn't look super flash, but I think he'll do the job when we need a rotation. But apart from that, Robert is in between the sticks. This man, Richmond Agyemang, a Dutch player, elite. Really good, really top, 5'4", which isn't super tall, but he did well in the Eredivisie, and we've brought him in and he scored 3 goals in 8 appearances, 3 goals and 2 assists in the Champions League too. I just think his stats are really good too. Hopefully they don't go down, and at 22 years of age, could improve maybe. I'm not like crazy sure he will, but I already like what he brings to the table, so even if he doesn't, I think he's going to be here for a while. Welcome to the club, Richmond. Then we've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And again, a bit of cover. No, he's old, but not too expensive. £10,000. Good player, good cover. Welcome, Dominic. Next up, a £3.8 million signing for a left back who I think has good stats, especially in terms of his physical. 21 years of age, a little bit of potential, and already plays quite consistently for the Czech Republic starting 11. So, not bad, and instantly gone up in value as well. Not going to be our starting left back ahead of Jarek, but a decent one nonetheless. This one is a top signing. 17 years of age, £1 million for this absolute star. Again, 5-star potential means something special now, and I think if he gets any taller, he's going to be really good. Already 17 tackling, 16 work rate, 14 pace, 13 marking, 12 positioning. I think he's going to turn into one of the best players in the world if he keeps going at this rate. Welcome, Dylan Opetit, we're going to go with. And then lastly, we brought in another player with a 5-star potential. £500,000 for this absolute legend from South Africa. Coming in as a right back, and I'm going to try and eventually get him to be... No, it is right back. Right back is the goal. But could potentially be a central midfielder as well, because I don't love that he's not great at dribbling and crossing, but for now he's been playing quite well in that position. Not quite tall enough to be a centre-back for me. I know he's 5'11", just off it, but his stats aren't also that crazy good. So a 20-year-old player, Jordan Parker. Yeah, Jordan's going to have to be Jordan, isn't it? He's coming and he looks very good. Not an important player. Sometimes you just say that, don't you? So our team is looking very good, despite the fact that a lot of players haven't been registered for the new Champions League season, because I accidentally sold all of my Hungarians. But to those of you waiting around, how did I fix the dynamics? Well, I believe you have two options. First being, obviously, you promote some of the players that are already in your club with a decent leadership that were already on the cusp of being an influential player. Now, he wasn't a team leader, but O'Brien has quickly become one now that I've given them the vice captain armband, and I think it is a great decision. Jake O'Brien, a player of the season last year, no complaints from me. 14 leadership in terms of teamwork, 12 as well. Good stats, no complaints. Or your other option is to sign one. And Willie Orban is a fringe player for us, so he's not going to care if I don't play him in a lot of games, and I'm not playing him in a lot of games. I think I have better potential players like Opetit that I'd prefer to play over Orban, but he comes in with 16 leadership and 15 teamwork and a Hungarian legend. He went straight to the top team leader, and of course Sibley's there too. I mean, it's nice for Sibley to be there, but he wasn't going to be playing a lot, and he's a star player. So the most important thing is you keep these players happy. Even Sibley kind of needs to stay happy. One way to do that is if you don't think they have the right role, try and change it. Yes, I can with Sibley. I'm going to go as low as I can. I'm going to go fringe player because, mate, he is not getting much game time at this current moment in time. That is how you keep your team happy, and that is how you keep everything up. And that team cohesion only continues to rise when you let them gel, let them play together. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for ages. Last thing, started incredibly well in the Champions League. 6 points from 6, actually not a single loss on our record apart from this friendly at the start of the season, and then a draw here where, I mean, it just was an unlucky 94th minute equaliser. We beat Ferencváros away from home 3-0, which is something we very rarely do. We very rarely beat them. We very rarely beat them that convincingly. We're about to verse them in the Hungarian Cup 4th round, so hopefully we can finally break that curse. We beat Panathinaikos, I've definitely said that wrong, but the Greek side pretty comfortably 2-0, and even more comfortably Anderlecht 5-0, and now Manchester City are going to be our test. We're going to have to get our best 11 on the pitch, so let's get that sorted as the 26th place club goes up against, where are we? 5th. They are 26th, right? Yeah, 26th. There we go, 5th. I know who's the favourite, boys and girls. Let's get our team ready. Only a few changes need to be made. We're starting with Martinez, Forgax as a left winger now, which I don't love, but he just did score a hat-trick, so I mean, can't really whinge too much, can I? Agumang, and then Laszlo over on the right, Kramer in the central midfield, Largo, then we've got Yannick, then we've got, that's not Yannick, Jarek, sorry. And then we've got below O'Brien, switch them around, Pochettino, Robert in between the sticks. A good bench, but a lot of people have missed out, including Mancini just coming back from an injury. Colwell's been playing great, but is not recommended to be played, but I guess I will if I have to. But as you can see, lots of people missing out. And Ayari is going to be sold, by the way, and Stamic is going to be sold, so they are not priorities to play. Can we cause an upset? I'm not certain. I might go down to support role for Kramer in this situation. I feel like I'm definitely saying that name wrong, so apologies if I am, but a Serbian wonder kid is a legend in my eyes regardless. Lots of youngsters on the bench, and one even getting his first start here, so we give him a completely random squad number as we try and beat some of the European giants that I imagine, yes, still have some incredible players, but let's try and hype the boys up. Didn't really work, and let's listen to that Champions League music come through the speakers as we see an incredible team that we're about to face. Now, it is just a privilege to be on this pitch sharing it with them. Camavinga, Emery, Rodri, Haaland, Foden, Gvardiol, Kulusevski, Lewis, who I imagine turned into a legend by now, Diaz, who else was in there? Edison, Romero, who was moved from Spurs, 2 of the Spurs boys coming over. And can we compete? This is a real good test. Last season we managed to beat some okay sides. I feel like generally we just sort of beat the teams we were expected to beat, and didn't do much more. Losing to Laszlo in the... not Laszlo. Laszlo? The Italian side. This is bothering me now. It is Laszlo, isn't it? Laszlo, yes. In the knockout stages was disappointing. Great save there from Robert. But it showed, as we beat them 4-2 in the first league, we can compete with these big boys. And I think the stats so far hasn't been crazy in Manchester City's favour, although we have seen 2 great chances for them straight off the bat. as they have 5 shots and 2 to us. 37% possession. There we go. Lazio. Why was I calling them Laszlo, mate? I guess because we have a player called Laszlo and it was on my mind. Lazio. I knew that, boys and girls. But at least we haven't conceded. I mean, I did say early that I thought we were kind of competing on the same wavelength. We're not. We're hugely down in position, and I guess our 3 shots were outside of the box because their XG isn't very high. But we survived a whole half against this team. Now, it's not been pretty, clearly. It's not been chances, but I am happy with that performance so far. I'm not happy that we're seeing a highlight straight away, though, as Gvardiol has the ball, plays it into Foden. Foden looking back to Gvardiol, into Ruben Dias, who must be getting old. I'm just putting it out there. Rodrigo also must be getting old. Zaya Emery scores. And Robert probably should be getting a hand to that at the very least. That is a poor one to concede. On a positive note, the Wellington Phoenix, the New Zealand... there's now 2 New Zealand national teams. I'm watching that game currently on the side monitor. It is 2-2 now. The Phoenix were 2-0 down, and they're now 2-2 up. To be honest, I probably would prefer the Phoenix to do well than us do well in this fictional game, because that's in real life, and I really do like the Wellington Phoenix, even though I'm from Christchurch, and it's in New Zealand. It's a different city in New Zealand, but there's no Christchurch team, so you support the Phoenix. But it would be nice to also do well in this fictional world game, as Zaya Emery is going forward, and we know that if he shoots from range, Robert might not be able to save it, and I feel like I should focus less on the Phoenix score. And that was a nice goal, though, by the way. They're in Adelaide United, round 27 of the A-League. Go watch the highlights if you want to see what I'm talking about. Decent goal from Isaac Hughes. But anyway, let's focus on this game, Rex. So, Matondo can come on purely for pace. He's not a crazy good player, but I think his pace is just enough to get him across the line. Laszlo's not used to that left wing spot yet, but it is an opportunity to continue getting him better in it. Sibley, I think, is going to come on into that attacking role as well, because at this point we do need a little something going forward. No point playing for a 1-0 loss. We would like to see a point come through here. Martinez is, I think, still the top goal scorer in this competition, so I'm not going to take him off. Hope he gets a moment of magic. Hopefully we get some sort of an attacking opportunity. I might go slightly more direct in our passing, or let's go slightly more. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Slightly more direct. And just hope that something bobbles down, someone gets a chance. Aguiman can score them out of nowhere, and we do have the ball. Could this be a highlight for us? Smashing it long. Okay, that's not what I really meant by slightly more direct, because that was just really direct. There's nothing in my instructions about that. Sorry, Robert. I'm just... Okay, Haaland heads the ball, hits the woodwork. Wasn't a highlight. We had the ball for a second, though. It was exciting. Don't know who else I could bring on, really. Horvath isn't going to improve anything. I mean, the defenders... I guess we could bring on the South African dude for Pochettino. I don't know if that's going to do a lot, to be honest, but fresh legs, I guess. Lots of these. Oh, Marquez. How did I messed up Marquez's location? He is good. He can be attacking. I like that. Let's go more attacking, and let's go down from slightly more direct and just a standard, and see if we can get any highlights in the last few minutes. There we go, Marquez. I like that. 85 minutes gone. I'm going to encourage the boys, fire them up, get 1 goal in the back of the net, get the shock of the century. The Honvéd fans will go crazy if they see anything here. 1-0 defeat isn't bad. I think that's what we're going to be seeing, unless we see a dramatic highlight in the last few seconds. It is all she wrote. I mean, 1-0, and the XG isn't crazy in their favour. It's not bad. It did suggest they should have won 1-0, but unlucky boys. We've done well. We've done a job. Let's hope that we can move on to the next stage of the Champions League, if anything, just for the finances, because our finances recently have been very good. £35 million, and that keeps coming back into our transfer budget at the end of each season, and means that we can sign more players of the quality of Mancini with £37,000 per week. Hopefully he starts playing at some point soon. We'll come back at the end of the season like we do every single time. I'll try and end the video with an exciting game as well, because last episode I didn't give you anything. Okay, I'll see you at the end of the year.